Hello, and today I will be taking a look at the Asgardian Glow Marvel's Odin in the 3 3/4 inch line from Hasbro. This is from Thor, the Mighty Avenger, which is the first movie, and on the packaging it shows us that it comes with a shield and a sword. It also shows us a picture of Chris Hemsworth, and on the side here it's got Captain America, Iron Man and Thor. And I picked this one up for about £9. They're back on the shelves at the moment due to the second film being out on Blu-ray. Let's have a quick look at the packaging then. On this side it shows us that it's issue number 13 in the line. On that side it shows us it's issue 13 again. And on the back we have a small bio, which is nice to have for a change, gives you a little bit of information about the character. Shows us a couple more figures that are in the line. King Loki, Thunder Crusader Thor, and Ice Axe King Laufey. I think it's Laufey, I think that's how it's said, can't quite remember. And then just a little bit of information regarding Hasbro's site. Okay, so let's get this open and see if it's worth the cash. So, here he is fresh out of the packaging. And first impressions are that he does actually look quite good. Quite happy with this figure so far. I did have a few issues trying to get him to hold the sword. He is holding it now, but it will fall out rather easily, and the shield does flop about a little bit sometimes as well. But that's whether you're going to pose him with those, I'm not too sure. So let's start with the big sword. It's got some Asgardian symbols on. Paintwork's a little bit sloppy around this area here. And again some more Asgardian symbols. It looks okay. I probably would have preferred him just to have a standard sword, and it does come with a feature. It opens up like that, and then we have these petal-like blades as well in the middle. But having it like that, I think it might just make it a little bit more difficult for him to pose with, but we'll try it out later and see how it looks. So that's the sword. Let's have a quick look at the shield. The shield's painted quite nicely. It does have a big handle on the back, but it can hold it in that hand quite well. And this one comes with a gimmick as well, where if you press the button and all these little blades come out, and it does spin round also, which is quite nice. It is quite a nice shield really. I don't remember it being in the film. Trying to get them back in though is an issue on their own. There we go, it's back in again. But yeah, it does flick out, it does look quite nice. Okay, and onto the figure. And here he is. First impressions, he does look quite nice. Let's start with the cape. It does have some shading in here. It's a little bit lighter on the top and in the creases. Not too much though. Maybe could have done with a little bit more. But the sculpt of it is nice. It is a flexible material. It is glued into the back, so just be careful of that you don't pull it out. On a few of the figures, they do come off altogether, as designed, I believe. Okay, and the hair is sculpted quite well all the way round, and his beard and his face probably could have done with the paint being a little bit thicker on the hair and on the beard, as you can see a little bit of the flesh colour coming through. The gold eye patch is painted very well, very neatly done, and so is the eye. So the head sculpt on this is quite well done. Let's go on to the body. It's this Asgardian armour, which is quite intricate, and again it's sculpted very, very well. There is little bits of bleeding throughout the figure though, with the gold, and not as well painted on the sides. On the shoulder pads, the paint is in there, and that one's actually done quite well, but there is a bit of a run-off for some reason in the detail in the arm, but the detail and sculpt in the arm as well is very nice. And then the wrist guards are painted very well and are sculpted nicely too, and this arm is exactly the same. I believe the hands, yeah, both the hands are the same on either side. And down to the legs. The legs are sculpted well, made it to look like a material which is armoured. Nicely sculpted knee pad, and the top of the boot's quite nice, and then the foot is just plain, no paint on there. The other leg is exactly the same as well. Okay, so let's get on to articulation with this figure. For some reason, these Thor figures are very well articulated, unlike some of the Captain America ones. The head goes from side to side. You get a nice down. You don't get any up though due to the hair on the back, but that's not a problem really. And let's start with the shoulders again, and they go up that far. But if you turn them round so that the shoulder pad is on the bottom, you can get him to raise it higher. And that is on a ball hinge. And the elbow is on a ball hinge also. And you can't quite get 90 degrees out of that, unfortunately, due to the muscle. And back's alright as well. And then also it comes with a wrist swivel, which is just a peg up into the top of the arm, which is nice though that we actually get that included in such a small figure. And the arm articulation on the other arm is exactly the same. This one does come with a diaphragm joint, which is nice. It does help with posability. Probably could have done with that being painted though, as it is just the burgundy colour. It does stand out a little bit when you pull it back. No belt on this one, but we do have ball hinges for the legs, which are quite stiff, 90 degrees out to the side, not quite to the front. For some reason it won't go backwards. That's as far as you're getting it backwards. I see, as it is catching on his butt cheeks. And on the knee we have a double jointed knee, which is very nice, always helps, and you can get that leg all the way back. Sculpting can be a little bit ugly on knees, but what do you expect? They are plastic figures, but I think they've done a very good job with the size of this figure. And then we have ankle articulation. You can get it slightly to the front, nowhere to the back due to the sculpt, and it does not have a rocker. But all in all, I'm very happy with the articulation of this figure. I think you'd definitely be able to get him into some nice poses. And the paintwork probably could have done with a little bit more work, but still it's very, very nice. And that's that figure. So there he is, the 3 3/4 inch Asgardian Glow Marvel's Odin. I definitely recommend this figure. It was definitely worth the £9. Very well sculpted, good articulation, and I think it'd fit in with your collection nicely. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and see you next time for more Rawpain reviews.